Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim, and in today's video, as you can tell by the title, we will be making a crochet cotton hair towel. I've been seeing these online and I'm just completely obsessed, and so of course I wanted to make my own. So I've used these types of hair towels for most of my life, and I love them. I think they're fantastic. The shape, the fit, everything, it's really good. But it never crossed my mind to make my own. And so when I saw it online, I was like, okay, it's time. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So here's all of the cotton yarn that I currently have. Most of it is Bernat Handicrafter, but there is also a few little pieces of some Lily Sugar and Cream. But I do also still have all of these pieces that I want to take apart. This is one of my Wren tops from a few years ago. I'm just not a fan of the color, at least not for this. So that's that. I ended up taking the top apart, and so here's all the yarn that I got from that. Alright, so before anything else, first we need to choose some yarn. Preferably, I'd like one solid color, but if I have to go with scrap yarns in like different colors, then that's fine. Also, since this towel will be used on wet hair, I feel like the best yarn to use would be cotton yarn. In my experience, cotton dries really well, it washes well, and if properly taken care of, it can last a long time. So I think we can all agree that the color I have the most of is this teal yarn. It's not my favorite, but we're gonna work with what we've got. So I couldn't help myself and I started the hair towel last night. So I'm using this towel as a reference. The size and fit of it is perfect. And well, it's definitely not the right size. So let's frog this and start over. So if you knit or crochet, are you the type of person to pull back your work and fix your mistakes? Or do you prefer to just carry on and make it work? I used to be the latter, but then I would never wear or use whatever I made. So to avoid feeling disappointed, I've become quite the frogging girly. These are the notes that I took for my first try, so now they're useless, so let's toss those. For materials, I need some scrap paper for notes, a pencil, lip balm or chapstick, obviously very important, a 5mm crochet hook, a flexible measuring tape, my reference towel, also my yarn, and I forgot to show, but my scissors and darning needle. All right, before we start round 2, first I'm going to take some measurements. I'll measure the length and the widest and shortest part of the width. Knowing these measurements will help me to figure out the best method for increasing. I'll be starting the piece at the bottom and work my way up to the top. I'm starting with a magic circle, then I'm placing 9 half double crochets into the circle and pulling the tail to tighten everything up. That was row 1. Then I was able to come up with a 4-row repeat for the entire body of the piece, so increasing where needed. And now I'm going to show you how the towel looked row by row. I also added stitch markers on the last row of each repeat, so every 4 rows. This way I was able to know exactly which row I'm on, or I can count it quickly if I don't remember. I also stopped after each repeat to take notes and write down everything that I did for each row. And then 1 half double crochet. I want to do my first comparison of this one to the actual hair towel that I have. The hair towel that I'm using as a reference. Here's the towel, that's the top, here's the bottom. I'm starting from the bottom, so I just want to see how the size is working up. So it'll be this way. Let's see. Oh my goodness. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. Oh, this is so exciting. This is awesome. Because the border is going to be done last anyway, and it'll probably just be a couple of rounds of single crochet. So I'll do that at the end, and the rest is very comparable. Pretty much the same. Awesome. Here's the reference towel. And here's my piece right on top. I'm really, really excited. So I only had to start it over once. I'm quite proud of that. Okay, so let's continue on. 10. I've mentioned my mental health not being great a few times on my channel now already, but lately I've been hella brave. I still stay home most days, and when I do go out, it's less scary. Usually my tolerance for social situations is very low. I'll run errands and be totally mentally wiped when I get home, even if I was only out for an hour, even if I didn't have to talk to anyone. But lately, I don't feel so rushed. I don't feel like I need to get away as soon as I'm done. In this clip, I'm at Tim Hortons having a coffee and a sandwich. I hadn't eaten alone anywhere in years, but here I did. Did I feel uncomfortable? Yes. Did I feel paranoid? Yes. But did I feel like I wanted to rip my skin off and hide? No. I reminded myself to breathe deeply and allowed myself to take up space and be amongst strangers while I continued to be me. For the first time in a long time, I wasn't ashamed to be me in public. And now it's time for the reveal. So I am 1000% obsessed. I am so thrilled with how this came out. It all just looks so good. Did I make the right button choice? Let me know. It's not my favorite color, but honestly, I don't care because it's wonderful. It's really, really good. Getting it on with my hair dry was a little bit difficult, but here it is. I absolutely love it. Hey Ken, so what did you think? I just can't get over it. I love it so much. I've used it a few times already and it's really good. It works really, really well. It hasn't stretched out much either, so I'm definitely happy with that. Yeah, so let me know what you thought. I love it. I had so much fun making it. I did write down the pattern as I went, but I did wing it. I did quickly look over a pattern that I found online. I'm not sure whose it is. I don't know who the original designer is, but I did find one in a blog, I believe it was, and I just quickly looked through it. I didn't really read it much. As you saw in the video, I didn't have anything other than my reference towel to help me figure out this pattern. So I did really try to make it my own as much as possible. But let me know down below if you would make one of these towels for yourself. And if so, what color? I had a lot of fun making this video and just making the piece in general. I'm really proud of it. I love it so much. And like I said, I've already used it a few times and it works very well. And it hasn't made my hair frizzy. It's not rough on my hair at all. It's actually quite nice, quite soft. And the more I use it, the softer the yarn is becoming. So I'm definitely very, very happy. This was a successful, very successful make. So with all of that having been said, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, you're awesome. Happy Pride Month, everybody, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye.